My first drag character was Ra Mama.
Okay.
Is that like the Rihanna? Ra? No, not
Rihanna.
Sorry.
And welcome back to Sleepless, a podcast about the creative process. We are joined by Robin,
Hello.
Myself, Tom, and our guest today, Hillary Yaas.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hello, such a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Now we know you're a queen of many talents.
Yeah.
So, so where did that all start?
Oh, I was born like
Yeah.
most people. RuPaul says that we were all born naked and the rest is drag. I suppose that is the term of the day. Where did I start my creative process, or where did I start drag? Where do you want me to start with this?
Let's start with the drag.
The drag?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. I think I've always kind of liked ladies' clothes, but I've been very homophobic with myself and have dressed as a man. As you can see, I'm dressed as a man today. Mm-hmm. But these days, I find my clothing choices, even though I dress male, I wear a lot of color, which is still perceived as homosexual. So I don't know. It's kind of bursting out of me these days. But I think in my drag started, I had to beat it out of myself. In theater school, it slowly came out and in and out and in. That sounds vaguely sexual. My first drag character was Ra Mama.
Okay.
Is that like the Rihanna? Ra? No, not Rihanna.
Rihanna?
Sorry, not Rihanna.
Wrong diva.
Lady Gaga.
Wrong diva.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, Lady Gaga. Ra Mama. Her era when Bad Romance came out.
Great
I
album.
did Ra. And that was kind of in my theater school days. And I made a solo show and I don't know. And then kind of went back in the closet and started playing historical characters and trying to be an actor. And then eventually it just wasn't working. And Hilllary was born. Hillary Yaas originally.
Oos.
And then someone was like, why don't you just call it Hillary Yaas? Because that's a better name.
Right.
And I was like, you're right. Thank you, Sapphire to the Rain. Do you get that one? Set fire to the rain. Who recently
I was
changed
not
her
going to get that one.
who also had a horrible name. She changed her name to Sapphire Woods, and now she's Sapphire de la Rain. So she went back to the old pun
In a different way.
She's great at names.
Yeah. What's the process?
Is that a big thing in drag, nailing your name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have to have your drag name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would your drag name be?
Ooh, that is a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be anything.
Yeah, it could be
Anything.
anything.
Because there's drag kings, drag queens, drag things,
Drag things, is that kind of like furries? Or is that a whole
Can
different-
be monsters in between characters of gender. There, drag, like they say, can be a lot of different things these days.
Right.
There's not just the gender.
The gender
And do you ever
changes.
get I don't know, christened with a drag name? Does somebody give you
Sometimes that's a traditional thing, where
Okay.
in drag houses, which is kind of like a family that comes together. As we
Yeah.
say, we find sometimes chosen families as queer people, where we might be ostracized from our homes and communities, and we find people that make our family. So a lot of times that created drag houses, and there'd be mums and people which are just kind of mentors. So a drag mother is someone who mentors someone who's newer. So Michael Montiardi, the Sonar guy, you might know him, is technically my illegitimate drag daughter because I put him in drag for the first time. I think it was Darth Vader drag is really stupid. I have a picture.
Oh, can't wait to see the we'll put a picture up in the pod.
Yeah, we'll put photos. Make sure you're watching
If he
it.
allows us.
It was horrible. We did it in the corner of the old Bad Dog Theater in 25 minutes. It was not great, but Michael is feeling herself. Yes.
So what was Michael's full drag name then?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay.
Darth Glorious or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. Darth Vicious.
Yeah.
And
Oh my gosh.
so then I honestly I think I've only ever been to one drag show. That's shame on me, really.
Where?
Maybe I even haven't been to one, but I feel like I have in Dublin. There was like a drag brunch, that happens.
Yeah.
And I went, like, they're very lively and fun. But like, what is the, like, is that the kind of kind of what people do is I put on a show as a drag queen, or is it more like
Yeah. Generally, yes. That said, drag is a medium. It can be a lot of different things. You generally have to find your thing that you do in drag.
okay,
You know,
it's
there's
like quizmaster or dancer or
Yes. I've met my share of drag trivia hosts. So yes, I mean, sometimes I do trivia. Drag bingo is very popular.
Yeah.
Obviously, these days we think of drag queens as people who are in bars lip syncing to Madonna and or Rihanna, your favorite diva.
Yeah.
Actually, it would have been Lady Gaga. I was thinking it would have.
Well, they both have makeup lines.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, they're very, very popular. Yeah, I mean, you can find your medium. Some people are look queens. They just kind of like turn really good looks, and they showed up in like clubs in the 90s. Like that was kind of a thing. Club kids. There's the whole pageant system. You know, like,
there's because of RuPaul's.
No, even beyond there. There's like very
Wow.
similar to like American Beauty Queen pageants. There's drag pageants.
Wow.
Very similar. Like there's a whole pageant system. There's people like me who are like comedy queens who just kind of, I don't know, it's my character. I make solo shows and
So that's the show that you do. We just made I was practicing this before the thing. We just made this show.
You almost got it.
And so that's what you do now as well.
Yeah, me and my comedy partner, Selena Vile, and we have our podcast on Sonar as well,
Yep.
Squirrel
Squirrel
Talk.
Yeah.
We have our show called A Play We Just Wrote Just
Thank
Now.
God you corrected yourself.
Yeah, I always put an extra that. A Play We Just Wrote Just Now, which formerly was The Play We Just Wrote Just Now. And probably was the play that we just wrote now. Yeah, we're doing it at the Toronto Fringe Festival and then also at the Kingston Fringe Festival. So we're going.
And is it improv?
It's totally improvised. It's an improvised play done by two drag queens. We have a bunch of wigs and costumes. We get some suggestions and we just go. And we just like the idea of drag queens doing things.
Like
you know.
everyday situations and like.
Well, yeah, and also just like because it's such a trope these days for drag queens just to be like, yes, lip sync, Madonna, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we can do more things, you know.
Yeah.
It's a medium. It's
Right.
it's an
Art form.
expression.
Yeah.
There's so many drag
Well,
things. Like straight guys get away with drag constantly.
I was just gonna say this. Like we used to
Constantly.
grew up pantomimes, and the guy would like cross dress as a and nobody
And don't
ever
you love that character?
Yeah, I did.
They're the
yeah,
best
it's
character in
always
the show.
It was the best. Yeah, the funniest.
Who's behind you?
Yes, look up behind you. I did like 8-9 years of pantomimes in Leslieville at the Red Sandcastle Theater.
Wow.
I played the Twanky several times. Yes.
And you grew up in Toronto, did you? Or
In Kingston, Ontario, which is just outside.
it's college town. My cousin actually just did Erasmus there. Yeah,
What did they do?
Erasmus. So in Ireland, it's like an exchange. It's like where you do your.
I thought it was.
Sorry.
I thought it needed to be treated. I mean, they have a nice hospital in Kingston, you know. So, but yeah, Kingston, and I've been in Toronto for almost 10 years now with my partner, who I met here, my husband. I was in Montreal for a couple of years at the National Theatre School because I'm an actor. I'm a real actor. Apparently, that's my claim to fame. I went to theater school.
Oh, nice.
Period.
And then you do acting outside of your show as well, or is your show your main kind of outlet of acting?
Well, yeah, Hillary's kind of my thing these days. Yeah, I do a lot of the drag stuff and make shows, and for the most part, I don't know, I kind of got tired of the acting audition thing.
Yeah,
I didn't
I've
really
heard
like
it's very tough.
I'm sure it is.
It doesn't
yeah.
work for everybody, and then the pandemic changed everything. So the audition process is completely different. You used to go into the room. Now you send in videos, so you have to do all of this stuff that we have around us right now, like in your kitchen, and try and make yourself look good. You can't. You know, you never really get the real person anymore. Everyone's finding it very difficult. But I don't. I also just like, you know, I couldn't find my vibe in that scene, and then my agent retired during the pandemic, and I was like, okay, well, I guess that's done. So I haven't really gone back to it.
Okay.
Maybe one day.
I mean, you're still doing your outlet
I'm still
now.
young.
Yeah.
And you're still like improv. I think there's so many great comedians, actors, podcast hosts who are very good at improv, because if you can improv, you can act, because you're able to put yourself in a situation
And just
like that.
boom, yeah.
True.
You know, whereas
Acting. Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever done an
Happy,
improv
sad.
class, Robin?
no, but I did used to do drama when I was
Right.
was a
I
kid.
remember that,
Yeah,
yeah, I
big in
remember
school.
that.
We went to they say high school here, and we say secondary school.
Right.
Did that, and even before in high school, I did a lot of theater acting as well. And yeah, I loved it. And you know, one thing that I always say to people who, like, especially with young kids, I'm like 100%. If the kid wants to do it, it's one of the best things you can do, because it allows you to, one, get into a room full of people, and even as you, whether you decide to go to a normal job where you have to get up and do presentations and like put on a mask and do all that,
Yeah.
hugely beneficial to that.
Yeah.
But also, you know, you learn a lot about yourself, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's still true that, and I think even more so, even weirdly, that people's number one fear is public speaking.
Yeah.
And I think the pandemic made it even worse. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity to as an actor, I have no problem getting in front of people anymore. Like, I'm like, and so many people are afraid of it.
Yeah. Well, it probably stems from what, like, deep down people think of them, you know?
Totally.
And then when
I
you're free
don't
of
think
those
very
things-
much of myself. So I'm just like, whatever.
Just roll with it.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't like me? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You kind of have to get past that. You're always, and there's another thing, like when you were, like, I suppose with your podcast, you're putting a lot on social media and stuff like that. Do you find that there is a lot of negative comments out there that you have to kind of wade through?
Sometimes, every once in a while, there might be a negative Nancy. I mean, I don't know. People get negative about all kinds of weird stuff,
Yeah,
even the ones
they
that
do,
you think are supposed to be positive. Like, I was on a show called Camp Wanakiki, which was on Out TV, which is like a reality competition drag show for campy drag queens. Anyway, I did well, blah, blah, blah. But like, the people don't like that show because it's like too campy. It's like, your drag isn't fierce enough. We don't like Camp Wanakiki. You know, so it's like,
how
it's
long
like,
did it last?
well, it's not going anymore, but it's still kind of, it's like 6 seasons or something like that. But like I don't understand that. Like, the people who are supposed to like you still hate you. So like, I mean, straight people are one thing, but like, then it's like the gays are even worse sometimes. So it's like, I don't fucking know. Like, we're all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's got an opinion.
Everyone's
I
got
guess.
an opinion. Well, this is
excuse my French.
Yeah.
I speak French very well sometimes.
Reality TV is, we were discussing this yesterday with a guest, Erica, and like, reality TV is a very funny thing, because how they edit you and everything is like a whole different like, you might have a person who you think you are,
Yeah.
and then there's a person that they make you look like, and then there's what people think of it.
May I step in and have my thought on that?
Of course.
Cool.
I think a lot of people just don't know who they are. And then it's revealed to them. And they're like, wait, I'm a bitch? It's like, yeah, you're a big fucking bitch. Did you not know? I don't think people are very self-aware sometimes with that stuff, you know? And that all comes back to, like, you're talking about theater. Like, theater and modeling and all that kind of stuff, you have to learn about yourself and like learn what you're projecting into the world. I remember one exercise a teacher gave us when we were doing film acting, because film, there's nothing like film that isn't being revelatory of like everything comes across when a camera is 2 inches from your face.
Right.
Like I thought I was giving cheerful nerd, and like I saw the playback of myself and I was giving frightening, awkward psychopath, So no, like we don't necessarily know what we're projecting into the world, and like our secret worlds are more visible sometimes to the camera, especially.
Yeah.
So especially once you get on reality TV and the camera's in HD right in your face, like watch out.
And so what was the premise of Camp Watakiki?
It's a competition, but it's really silly. We're in character the whole time.
Okay.
And we do these silly camp games. So like we would do capture the flag and drag, or like we did tubing.
Okay. In the drag.
There's an episode where I'm just like legs up, flying in the air, tubing. And then we present a look of the week, like under the sea or something. I was like a mermaid, old lady bingo caller. Like we really stupid campy drag.
And they just have endless amount of like clothes for you to choose from, or do you have to pack your own?
You bring it all yourself.
And they
So
give
you
you a
would've-
heads up what
yeah,
the
you
themes are
would've
going to be?
They give you a heads up. Yeah, all of those shows, RuPaul's Drag Race and stuff like that, everyone's bringing their own stuff. We're spending thousands of dollars on our drag.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have always thought the network covered that, but of course networks don't.
No.
No, they're non-union. All of those are non-union. They're honestly, it's a big scam. Drag has become crazy.
Yeah, it has. It's become very, very popular as well.
And the thing is, like, talking to the two of you, it's still very evident. It's like, as much as like I care about it in my bubble, I'm like, oh my God, it's the only thing. You guys know next to nothing about it.
Nothing.
And I'm like, yeah, we're still so niche for how much we care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I went to my brother came over to visit. He's gay as well and loves like the drag scene and everything.
As well?
Yeah.
As well as what? Just kidding.
Which
But no,
Tom
he.
should, like, not be able to speak.
We did a drag brunch, and we went to
yeah.
Woody's.
Yeah, Woody's.
Woody's, yeah.
In Toronto, yeah.
Yeah, in Toronto, yeah. So that was great. He thought it was great. Even got up on the stage at the end. which I
Yeah,
don't think
he has
supposed
a
to.
vibe. Mark has an absolute vibe as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
They used to do all kinds of crazy contest things at Woody's, like best ass contests and stuff like. They would just get guys up and like, who has the best ass? But that doesn't really fly in 2025 anymore.
It's become very PC now.
It kind of has, which is so weird. It's been the
is,
same
yeah.
way for drag too. I do drag like my major moneymaker in drag. I do drag story time. I do drag for old people.
Oh,
like because
okay.
I'm very chill and clowny and colorful and not that offensive. Funnily enough, but like like drag queens used to be like get away with everything. We used to be able to say horrible things because we were like pushing the boundary.
Boundaries,
Like
yeah.
we were already outcasts. We could say anything we wanted. It's the outcast thing. But now RuPaul's Drag Race, like 12-year-olds are watching us. Like we have to be like,
Yeah.
hi, child.
Yeah.
Get out of the bar. Like,
yeah. And how do you, because like, I'm very close to my grandmother, and like because Ireland was one of the first countries to actually vote for gay marriage, like
Yeah.
constitutionally. And at the time I was in college, and, I was obviously very pro it, and she being an older woman who was just wrapping her heads around these things, we had like a big discussion about it. And she eventually kind of saw the thing. So and now she's very acceptant of like gayness, LGBT plus. She loves RuPaul's Drag Race and stuff like this, and it's taken her time. But how do you find like the older people kind of engage with you on that level? Is it like, oh my God, what is the
they generally appreciate it, and the ones that don't, they don't show up.
yeah
And I think that's kind of like a lot of people, and how I think it would be great. It's the people who are actively hateful that are real problems, and
Yeah.
they exist. They exist, and I'll tell you why it's a problem, because gays, the entire umbrella, trans LGBT umbrella, we're at most 10% of the population.
Yeah.
At most. That's if you include every single cat, dog, everything, hamster. So like we are hopelessly outnumbered. And so like even if there's 5% of the rest of the population that's attacking us, that's practically as many as of us that exist.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So the anti-voices are so loud in comparison to our community, essentially. And that's why allyship is so important. Active allyship is important, where it's like, if you see that happening, you need to like say, shut up.
Yeah. No, it is. And especially today's day and age is like a real, almost like regression of a lot of these things as well. And I often find not to get political or anything, but there was a Republican convention in whenever they did it during the primaries, and the top used app was Grindr. So all these people that are putting in policies, are the top users of these things.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
But I have experienced that, and I can tell you it's true. Like, because every gay that comes out was at one time in the closet, and there's reasons that you're in the closet, and it's usually because you hate yourself, you don't believe that you exist in society or have a place in society, and that can really quickly turn into some really dark places, and I think turn into hateful Republicans eventually, who are still doing it on the side. That absolutely exists. Like, we have that kind of problem where, some of the worst people actually are, they're actually repressed, extremely repressed.
And because of that, they don't want to feel that way. And because they want to feel that way, they act out in ways that are like...
Well, you got religions literally telling you can't. Or else you're not going to go to heaven or something.
Which is also weird, because I'm pretty sure, like, if you read the Bible, Jesus was like, peace and love.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
it's
the flying spaghetti monster attaches his noodly appendages on all of us.
I think it's all interpretation as well. Like, somebody can interpret one thing one way.
Yeah, it's a lot of interpretation.
A lot of interpretation. My goodness, the word cousin in the Bible gets interpreted into like gay, like way too many times. Like, I don't know. It's weird how many times it's been anti-LGBT translated.
Right.
It's
kind of crazy. But, what are you going to do? Like, it's like yelling into a void sometimes trying to tell people.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like, we were discussing this, actually. We were chatting to just some people that came in yesterday, and we were discussing, like, some of the best nightclubs in the world were founded by the gay community. And... like a lot of even the electronic scene, it was a lot to, the LGBT plus, but yet it's always straight white men that are like the headliners or the people that people are focusing on, which is always something kind of interesting in itself.
That's, I mean, and I get it, because it's like, you're 90% of the population. So you guys are permanently the cool kids, and we are permanently the dorks in the corner. So it's like, 9 votes against 1 permanently. So that's why the idea of active allyship is so important. It's like, vote for the little guy once in a while.
No, I agree completely. And so then from that as well, you also have your own podcast, Squirrel Talk.
Yeah.
And so how many episodes have you kind of gotten to now?
We're at 211.
Wow.
We started in 2017 in a living room with our drag mother, Vicky Licks. And I wasn't actually on the podcast at that point. It was Vicky and her friend Ivory. And they did RuPaul's Drag Race episode reviews. And then eventually Vicky adopted us, Selena and me, into the family. And we became the House of Licks. And we did comedy shows. And she invited us to start being on the podcast. And then she recently-ish gave up drag and moved on to other things. And so Selena and I have inherited it and continue to do the podcast. And Sonar asked us to become part of their network. And It's been a long journey.
And what's the kind of format of the podcast for our
Is that
listeners?
all improv too?
Isn't it interesting? It's evolved over the years. So it used to be review of RuPaul's Drag Race, and we still talk about RuPaul's Drag Race, but Selena and I are so bored of RuPaul's Drag Race at
How
this
many
point.
seasons is it now?
17
Okay.
plus
Yeah. Let's
10
get into
seasons
that.
of All Stars plus
Wow.
30 to 40 international seasons at
Okay.
this point. Like it's so many seasons that they all blend into one almost. And there's so many. That it kind of changed. We started doing more interviews and topic-based things. And sometimes, honestly, Selena and I just come in and just talk about
Shoot the breeze.
stuff. Have you ever seen Trixie and Katya? They're it's literally called it's a YouTube show that they've been doing for a long time now, and they also have The Bald and the Beautiful, which is similar. They just talk about stuff, and honestly, people listen, and we like that concept sometimes. Kind of emulating a duo and just going off.
Going off it.
Sometimes we don't have a good idea. And sometimes we're too lazy.
Oh, I know. Tom and I, we struggle with what we're going to talk about next, and who do we talk? Having guests, no guests.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing about podcasts is that when you've been doing it for
As long as
almost
you-
10 years, it can evolve.
Yeah.
And don't mind if it evolves, because it can evolve. You can get stuck.
Yeah. And I guess that's why it's such a great medium as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because it can shift over time. And
yeah.
like probably your interests and stuff you want to talk about as well changes. And
Totally.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think you have to keep yourself excited.
And then do you, I think you mentioned you have a show coming. Is it going to be the same show that you're doing into Fringe, or is it a new show? And then are you kind of using the podcast to promote that as well, or?
Yeah, our podcast, we talk about what we're doing. The show is, we've done this before, the play we just wrote just now, at Comedy Bar multiple times, kind of as a monthly show. And now we're bringing it back as a Fringe concept. It's going to be very similar. We've done lots of other things. We've done like Sex and the Golden Girls, which was a Golden Girls meets Sex in the City improv show, and Drag Buffet, which is a comedy improv, and all kinds of stuff. I've done like murder mystery shows and Snatch Game, which is, the Match Game? It's like a Hollywood thing where they match questions. It's like a game show.
Yeah.
Except they do it on RuPaul's Drag Race, where they do it like everyone impersonates celebrities. So
I've
that's
seen that.
Okay.
the same
Yeah.
idea. I get people to come in and impersonate celebrities, and we play this game show.
That's fun.
I do
I like that
that. So many things. So
Yeah.
many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting old. Like I'm starting to forget like what I did with my life.
So you mentioned that your previous podcast host, she or they or he,
controversial.
I don't know. I was just trying to pick
Controversial
whatever.
statement.
I was trying to cover all
they.
bases.
You know what I think? That's an interesting thought too, because like so many thoughts on this.
Okay, yeah, give it to
So
us.
like in like old school video games, because I love video games so much. Like I remember like in Final Fantasy VI or something, there was a character named Go-Go, and you didn't know if they were a girl or guy because they were all so they were all always refer to this character as he/she, and I'm just like, they is right there.
Right.
And
Yeah.
everyone got so confused about using they as a third person, and I think it's English teachers of the world who have confused us, because I remember distinctly my English teacher marking me wrong for writing they instead, and said, no, it has to be he or she. You write he and she instead of they. And I'm like,
Right.
that's
weird.
grammatically incorrect.
Yeah.
Like if you
Yeah.
look back, it's completely incorrect.
But yeah, I suppose
It's right there.
But I suppose at the same time, like, I don't want to be like, oh, they, and then they're like,
Yeah.
and then that person is like, actually, it's she, and then you're like,
Oh, sure.
You know,
some people can be picky.
yeah,
You know,
so-
and that's true. Like, you have to kind of take people where they're at with that. Some people can be very picky.
I know for older people
Yeah.
that's a struggle. Like I remember I was getting into an argument, not a disagreement with somebody in my family about it, and I was like, look, at the end of the day, if somebody said I want to be called Thundercat, fine, like that's whatever you want, but like you don't like. I was like, that's just somebody who wants to express themselves. Now, where I'm sure that you're getting annoyed is maybe the individual is using it as a point of trying to be seen, where they're being very vocal about it all the time, and that can be challenging because that person feels like they're not being seen or whatever. But ultimately, I don't know why you're getting annoyed by this, because it's what somebody wants, and if somebody introduces themselves as Thundercat, okay, cool, you're Thundercat.
Yeah,
like,
Thundercat.
other than that, I don't think you'd mind. Do you know, like if somebody said, you know, I want to be this, you wouldn't mind. Now, just because it's become a debate, you're kind of leaning on a side.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my trans friends, not to say like my trans friends say, but like I feel this too. It's all about intent, you know.
Yeah.
If you're like he's over there, oh sorry, she, that's you just oops,
Yeah.
You're right.
not a big deal. If you're like, so sir, would you like to order a muffin, sir? Welcome to Tim Hortons, sir, and they're clearly presenting
Yeah.
female.
Forceful, yeah.
That's different. And that happens. And sometimes it might be a mistake too, but it's all about intent and perceived
Yeah.
intent, you know?
Right.
So they can feel really crappy when they go to Tim Hortons, or let's not even talk about, I'm dishing on Tim Hortons, but like, you know what I mean? But like a common everyday thing.
Yeah.
And then you get misgendered with intent.
Yeah,
Ooh, that can sting. Like,
that can sting.
Yeah.
right? Like,
Because you've worked so hard to be this person that you want to be,
Yeah.
and then people aren't recognizing that. That's tough.
and let's not even talk about bathrooms. I mean, people who have transgenders are always confused about where they can pee.
Yeah.
Always. They're like, can I pee here? Is anyone going to hate crime me? You know, literally.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I personally, if I had a choice, I'd prefer to use a female bathroom because it tends to be cleaner, probably.
Yeah. I mean, like, what about just, why do we have male, female bathrooms? Why don't we just have
Which
a
is
bunch of-
unisex.
Why don't we just
Yeah.
have a bunch of
true.
unisex ones?
Maybe the urinal, and also men's bathrooms can also be a bit like,
Yeah.
not great.
Smelly.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit, like, I think the only reason we have male and female bathrooms is to permit men yet another privilege of having urinals, which
Yeah,
are
yeah.
slightly more effective pee devices.
Yeah,
That's very true.
Because otherwise, there's no difference.
Yeah.
I was
Absolutely no difference.
I was in a friend's.
So it is yet again masculine superiority.
Which is also like, I always found such a funny concept through history that it's just happened over
Yeah.
time. Like if you go way back, even the Greeks, it just seemed slightly more like,
Yeah.
where did that suddenly just become, this is the way? It's,
The
Catholicism.
Mandalorian.
Catholicism.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, Catholicism, you're probably right. I have to go back
Everything
to
roots back to them.
yeah, it's true. The
Oh,
Romans.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
But even
Yeah.
the Romans, it would have just been the,
Before the like
well,
before,
what happened to Rome? Rome became the church.
Yeah, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's what Jimmy Carr said. Love this one.
yeah.
Every failing nation becomes something else. So Rome became the church, England became bank, America became an army.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting thought.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Um,
There's a lot to say right now, but like things are so heated in the world. They're always very heated.
I think it's always heated.
Yeah.
I
It's always
It's
heated.
always like, I think
Yeah.
it's more just a fact that we are exposed to it all the time.
Yeah,
Probably,
At a
yeah.
level
Yeah,
that
more
we've
so.
never been before. Like my granny, because I love chatting to my granny, she was saying, in my day, we never had as many murders. But I'm like, yeah, in your day, you got the newspaper, which was printed once,
Yeah.
and that was
And
all
now
you got.
can see them in full 3D
Yeah.
on your MetaQuest 3.
yeah, exactly. From across the globe.
Oh,
like you're
totally.
seeing an amount that's happening across the whole globe, which is the worst news because news people feed off that. So you're only getting the
Yeah.
worst of the worst all the time. So I don't buy that there is as much badness in the world as we see.
Yeah, things move faster and faster, don't you think? Like, I feel like, like the Nintendo Switch 2 just came out. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
by tomorrow, everyone's going to be like, old news.
PlayStation 6.
Whatever. Move on. Switch 3. Whatever. Who cares?
What's your favorite game? Was Final Fantasy, or what's your favorite?
I love Final Fantasy. I mean, come on. That's so. I mean, it's gone bad, stupid, nowhere places lately. But like, it was so important for the development of like character-based video games. I think. Telling a story.
Oh yeah,
telling a proper story in that narrative way.
I'm playing Ghost Tsushima at the moment. Very good. Very,
yes.
very good.
Which one's that one?
So it's set in feudal with the samurais in Japan, and then the Mongols invade, and then you're the last samurai, pretty much when the last samurai's left, and you're going to free like basically Japan. It's very great storyline, beautifully designed game. Like there's points where you go and like meditate and stuff. It's like just a fun, lots of side, like not too many side quests if you want to do them. Like there's enough, and it's just beautifully made, really good story that's engaging. I'm a sucker for a good story.
Very
in a video
open
game.
world, very hard to.
Yeah, well, I play on easy mode because I'm about the story.
Yeah, it's very like it's like it's very like Dark Souls-esque. Like you'll die a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of bosses to fight kind of situation, but very cool and thematic. One of the best games that's come out lately is called Expedition 33.
Oh, I've heard of this.
It's like this Paris French-based company. Oh, it's just this wild concept of like essentially every year this crazy evil lady in the distance paints a new number on the moon, essentially, and it keeps going down, and that's the age that everyone dies.
Wow.
And it's like, there's the story. Now go stop her, essentially.
Okay,
and
that sounds fun.
So like emo Parisian, like everyone's smoking cigarettes. It's just so good. Like
okay, so then
and the return of turn-based RPGs too.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Love turn-based RPGs.
Okay,
and the industry constantly thinks that they suck, and I'm like, they don't.
Yeah,
and people like them, and you constantly turn them into action things. And I'm like, no. Some people like easy mode.
Yeah. I like easy mode.
I can't handle Ghost of Tsushima on hard. Are you kidding? I don't have time for that.
Exactly. I don't have time for that. Literally, I want a good. It's like my partner hates that I game sometimes. She doesn't like that side of me, but she has to accept it. But I just say, it's like reading a book, but I'm not reading. I'm just playing it.
Video games are such an amazing medium for storytelling.
Yeah.
They're experiential. You can convey things that you can't in a book.
Pluses and minuses to that, though, which means I'm not reading said book.
Well, you're engaging in media. Whatever.
Yeah.
There's really cool stuff out there, I think.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption was another one of my favorite. That last scene, I actually teared up.
I was never much of a gamer myself.
And you better get into it.
Get into it. No, but I was more into those like your Age of Empires and
the strategy games.
Strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, War. I recently read there's different types of play, and people have different preferences on how you play.
Yeah.
Like I found that I enjoy exploration, story, and comedy, whereas like you might enjoy strategy, money.
What are the different?
Where?
What are all like?
It's like I'm not spending money on a game.
What are the different forms of play then in that?
There's like 8 of them. Competition is definitely one. Play, exploration, creation, like art, like There's a whole bunch of different.
Is there like a quiz, an online quiz you can take?
I think so.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Probably.
I'm a sucker for those.
Styles of games type. Yeah.
Okay, I'm a
really
sucker
cool.
For that. So what we
Really
try to do is we have this hot topic wheel. It's due an update. And then my handwriting is atrocious, so you'll spin it and I'll read. Okay. And it's a good way of just kind of like mixing up the conversation a bit.
Okay.
So feel free to give it a spin.
All right.
Ooh, Drake is overrated.
I don't think Drake is overrated. He's from Toronto, and he brought a lot of. He literally made Toronto called the Six.
Yeah, that is true. Actually.
I don't think he's overrated at all. I think he's a success story, and I think it's a lobster bucket mentality to call a Canadian overrated as a Canadian citizen. I think we should applaud our artists and say, congratulations, Drake. You made it out of that wheelchair.
It's so funny. That's true.
I mean, he's crazy.
He is crazy.
Absolutely
He's
insane
crazy.
at this point.
Yeah.
He came to Comedy Bar, because I work at Comedy Bar the other day, a couple of months ago, because he saw his friend, a comedian, I can't remember his name right now. He literally came through, we were expecting him to come through the back door, as you want to expect. The back door. No, but he came straight in through the front door wearing a giant white fur coat.
Oh,
passed right
very
by
on
me,
brand.
literally did the Drake hand gesture, and I was like blown away. And then he ate chicken wings, all flats apparently.
Oh, all flats.
He's an all
Interesting.
flats guy.
Oh, that's
Hot
Interesting.
gossip.
That is.
Yeah.
That actually is hot gossip. That's like
Heard it
I'm
here
more
first.
of a. My
Heard it here
partner's as a flat. I'm more of a drum person myself.
Interesting.
That is good to know.
Yeah, so no, I think he's great. I think we should applaud our success
No,
stories.
I agree. I think he gets a lot of hate because of he's crazy as well, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
also when
Anyone who gets to that level of fame, crazy.
you have to be because life is
Crazy.
forever different.
Yes. You are not, you don't relate anymore.
No, you just he just
He was
swans
just like,
in.
oh my God, my house is flooding. Swimming party. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I wonder what his drag name would be. Drake too.
Just Drake.
Just give it Drake. or Aubrey.
Yes. No, I could see it. Just Drake.
Yeah, just Drake probably. Yeah.
And what was your thoughts when the whole Kendrick versus Drake thing was going on?
I don't really
follow
pay
much.
attention to straight culture.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure it was fun. Unless it was on RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't care. No.
I hope to one day watch your podcast and you'll be forced to bring it up.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like these guys asked me about Kendrick Lamar, and I'm like, who?
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I love to see straight people fighting. There's some straight people fighting right now on the news, and I'm very excited.
Oh yes. The
Very excited about this
yeah,
stuff. Like,
it's-
yes, just eating the popcorn.
it is. I mean, for all his negative, he's made politics highly entertaining.
That's true. Yeah.
Highly entertaining is one word to put it. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's
crazy.
It
just
is
insane.
crazy.
It's just like I don't even.
It's
know what
not
to think
real
anymore.
life almost.
My eyebrows, I thought like they were like
They're all the
permanently
way-
up. They're like I don't think I have. They're so far up at this point.
you
Like,
don't need. It's like you got a couple of grams of too much Botox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Is it really easy for you to just? I suppose it is a part of you getting into Hilllary, but is there
Sure.
anything that you kind of, as a creative process, kind of have to do that, or is it just a very natural, like, woo, yes?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, it's been an evolution of who I am for a long time. I think it's a bit of an armor. It's a bit of a supercharged version of myself. It's a bit of a character. It's all of that. But yeah, I don't know.
So
Sometimes I feel it. Sometimes I don't.
yes, I was going to ask you that. Like, so you are going to do, like, I don't know, your comedy show, and then you're not feeling like getting to that level. Like, what? Like, do you just have to like grin and bear it, or is there, or is there days you're just like, wow, this is actually really tough. I can't do this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's usually really tough. I mean, maybe it's just my personality. I just walk into everything and I'm like, this is gonna be horrible. This is gonna be horrible, everybody. Oh my God. Put the wig on. I'm like, hi everybody. I don't know. As soon as people start laughing at me, as soon as people give me like adulation, I'm like, okay,
We're in.
we're back.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, but then you like get done the show and you're like, woo, you're happy. And then I can't get to sleep for 5 hours.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Well, you're living on that adrenaline high.
Oh, 100%. It's like a constant roller coaster sensation of like dreading the experience, but loving it. It's both. I live and die by this quote by, live and die. Martha Graham, who was a dancer, and she whispered into a young actress's ear or dancer's ear one day. It's like, when she had a question about something, it was like, you will never be happy. There's just a queer divine dissatisfaction that you're always chasing. And it like goes on, and just keep the channel open. Your only duty is to keep that channel open so that we can live more than the rest of the world, essentially. You have to read the quote. It's fun. I live and die by it. And that's it. Like, I always have a queer divine dissatisfaction no matter what I'm doing. But it's divine. It's like, I might not be happy. I might be so pissed. I was so pissed off when I came here because I had bad car interactions. Like, people were like, I couldn't find a parking spot, and I was like, oh, fuck this place. But like, but then I'm like that's just happy. That's passing. What I'm doing when I'm channeling is like holy. You know, like it brings me something beyond that. So
I suppose it allows you to be in the present more than ever as well.
I guess. That's just the drugs. No, just kidding. No, I don't know. I guess. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's a weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it brings me satisfaction, but not necessarily happiness. Not necessarily anything like that.
Well, happiness is a fleeting thing anyway. You don't want to aim for happiness. You probably want to aim for contentment more than anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm happy-ish though. You know, I'm pretty happy with how things are going. But
that's great.
Life's a journey.
It is. Oh, it is. Like,
don't you know?
Yeah. So yeah, I just kind of do it.
Yeah.
And see where it goes.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you can.
Sometimes some of my best shows are the ones that I feel horrible starting.
Right.
You know, some of the worst shows are the ones I feel great starting, and then I'm just like, oh, everything goes to shit. You know, so
you're doing what you love at the end of the day, though.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. It's all about love. It's all about love.
Yeah.
Love and an outlet, right? Like fundamentally, there is a lot of people in the world that are not true to themselves, whatever that means.
Yeah.
And they end up working a job they hate. They spend 40 years doing that, and they look back down the channel of life and go,
yes.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yes. And then there's people like me who figured out that early and did what they loved and then learned to hate it too.
But still love it at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're never I hate, actually the worst saying I ever heard, and I think it leads people down a really bad path, is if you do the thing you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
No,
Untrue.
I disagree with that so much.
And people become deeply unhappy because they end up doing the thing they love and they hate it at days, and they go, this isn't for me. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
So
you work. You have to work.
Yeah.
You have to work.
You do.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
As Rihanna said, work.
There we go. Can we end the show on work?
Well, speaking of Rihanna, bitch, get my money.
Bitch, gotta get my money.
Yeah.
That's for Tom.
There we go.
But listen, I really appreciated our conversation today, Hilllary. I learned a lot. I, had some laughs, and I feel much more educated about everything as well. And
that's good.
Thank you.
Really appreciate your time, even through all the headaches of the parking situation and you coming in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that on occasion you film your podcast from here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for the support.
Yeah, we really appreciate the support, right?
We have a blast here. It's such a nice vibe to come in and do it together in a nice space. So we really appreciate Sleepless.
So here at Sleepless Studios, this wonderful podcast studio is available anytime, 24/7 a day. You can get 3 hours for the price of 2 on our app. And as always, stay sleepless and have a great one.
Peace.